Hey, this is Daniel Norton. Welcome to my studio here in New York. Today we're going to make a couple different portraits using V-flat. So I have my friend Erica coming. We've used her for a lot of videos. I love to get her with the hard light, really shape her face with the light. But with a V-flat, you can do a lot of different things. And I think a lot of times people think of V-flats as a means to either fill in or to get a soft light by bouncing. So we'll start there, right? We'll start with what they work really great for and very common use. But then I'm going to take the V-flats and use them, in a sense, like a gobo, to create a strip of light, a really dramatic light for her. So in the end, we're going to have two completely different looks with the same light, the same set, that you can switch back and forth between really easy. Okay, so the gear for this is going to be super simple, but we're going to maximize it. That's the plan here, right? So I'm using a couple of V-flats from V-flat World. If you're not familiar with what V-flats are, they are essentially cardboard, right? They are white on one side and black on the other in most cases, so we can use them to reflect light and to shape light. I'm also using a Profoto B10 strobe, and instead of using just the bare reflector on it, I'm using the Profoto Magnum reflector for OCF. And the reason why I'm using that is because without any reflector on it at all, the flat front of the light sends the light everywhere in really, really wide coverage. And that's great if you're trying to fill a softbox or fill a space. But for what we're doing, we want a tighter pattern. So using what they call a hard reflector, in this case a Magnum, really helps us control where the light goes. Okay, so I have Erica here, looking wonderful as always.
Thank you.
And we're going to do a couple of different things, like I said. So first I want to kind of go more kind of what you might think to do with the V-flat. So what you see a lot of people do, which is using them as a large light source, right? You've got these large panels of white. We can bounce light off of it, creating kind of a diffuse and large light. I'm using the Magnum reflector, the OCF Magnum reflector, because I want to use it for the next setup. So I want to stay consistent on a Profoto B10. So I've got the V-flat right here. I've got the Profoto set up. Now you might be like, well, Daniel, why is it so far away? Remember that we're talking about coverage, right? If I put the head right up against the V-flat, it's going to make a small source. The more the V-flat I can cover with the light, the better. So I'll throw on the modeling light here. And what I want to do is get as much coverage as possible without having any of the spill hit my background or Erica. So I'm going to kind of look. That looks pretty good. And now I can just use TTL, right? Simple. I've got my Nikon here. I'm 200th of a second, f8, ISO 100, so none of the available light in the space affects my shot. We'll line it up with TTL, do a nice wide shot so we see, and bang. Okay, we'll take a look and capture one. And as always, we're gonna look. That looks really nice. The exposure looks a smidge dark for my taste. And again, I always say this, TTL is really the camera telling you what it thinks is right. It's not always right. All right, so I'm just going to switch to manual to make life easier, and I will raise this. You can do it any number of ways. I'm just going to reach over here. The studio's yelling at me now. You can hear it bang. I raised it 4/10 of a stop. We'll take another shot. There we go. Now we've got light that is soft but dramatic, right? We have that nice shadow on the wall. We've got this like kind of cool gray texture with the blue dress. It looks really nice, and we'll come in and shoot a variety of shots here. You know, keep in mind that wherever we are, it's going to change the shadow pattern, right? 'Cause we do have shadow, right? So I could go from there, but I can also come over here. And the more her face is towards the light, which is the V-flat, the flatter the light will end up on her face. And if we come over here, we can be more dramatic even with this light. Because then we're going to see the shadow side more, right? So we can play around with flatter light, somewhere in the middle, and drama for your mama. All right, so we'll go here, shoot some dramatic ones because Daniel likes drama. And you control that just by getting further away and closer to the light source with the camera, essentially. Right? Easy as that. And again, I'll just come on this side for a couple, just to kind of show you guys. It's important to always shoot some horizontals for thumbnails. Thumbnails are important. Then do some verticals for my TikTok. All right, so now that we have that and that's really clean, and you're like, hold on, I paid all this money for that? No, this was a free video. So you didn't pay anything. No, we're gonna do something more dramatic, right? We're gonna use the V-flat to shape the light. This is like leveling up, as the kids say. We're leveling up. All right, so I've got my light. Then I'm gonna bring it back here. And of course, again, if I turn my modeling light on, we can see that the V flat itself will throw a shadow, right? There she's in the shadow, there she's in the light. But what's good for one V flat is better for two V flats. So we're gonna take a second V flat, we're gonna bring it over, and we're gonna create a strip of light here. Now you might be saying, I can feel the fingers on the keyboards typing. Why don't you just use a strip box? It's not the same, right? This is essentially a gobo. What a strip box would do is create a kind of less spread on a softer light. This is creating a hard, punchy light, but that has nice edges. I'm just looking at the shadow edge there. Looks great. Okay, so of course, I've moved my light completely. I'm not bouncing it anymore, so I'm going to switch to TTL again to get our base exposure. Get a bit of a wide shot so we can see what's happening. Oh yeah. Oh, well done. Oh, no, so that's pretty cool, right? So now we've created this moment where it's dark, it's moody. You know, we got that hard shadow behind her. Yeah, this is very cool. And actually, here the exposure again is I think a smidge dark for my taste. So I'm going to switch to manual, and I'm going to give it. Here I'm only going to give it 2/10 instead of 4/10, which I did last time, because I think it was only a little bit dark. And also, I want to keep it a little bit darker. Yeah, this is nice. The one thing I'm going to change is I'm just going to raise this light a little bit. I like the way everything looks, but I want it to be tilted down a tiny bit more. That's just for shadow pattern on the nose. Aiming it, there we go. I can actually see where the tops of the V flats are. I'm making sure that the shadow from the V flat is not below her shoulder line, otherwise, or her headline should, otherwise you'll see it in the shot. Oh yeah, that's nice. That creates a nice. Good. Good. Nice. You know, just like before, if I move, it's going to change my angles. Yeah, that's really nice. That's very glamorous. You can do this and put like. It worked. I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not. No, of course I knew. All right, there we go. Good, powerful. Boom, boom. Good. Of course I got my shadow on her again. There we go. That's a fun technique until it gets boring. So make sure you don't throw a shadow on every single shot. And that's going to basically change. Oh, that's really pretty, right? Basically that. Oh, and see how we get the tops of the V flats depending on my angle. So here, if I'm going to shoot flat on, I think actually I kind of like that. It's almost like two big doors are opening up. Yeah, I totally did that on purpose. No, but if you want to avoid that, again, that comes down to keeping the light source lower or having taller V flats. You can see that go up as I go. So you're going to have that compromise that you're going to need to make depending on where you want. That's actually really nice. I want to come for a dramatic side shot. Oh yeah, that's nice. I'm going to go really wide for this and get a lot of background. Show you guys what's happening. Yeah. And you see that we're like placing her. This is the kind of look you get like if somebody was, look straight out at the light for me. There we go. Powerful, good. It's kind of light you might get like through a slash in a window or columns or something. It feels very much like daylighty, powerful. Here we go, boom. Last one, I lowered that light. I just want to come in for a slightly closer. Cool, cool, there we go, nice. I need that little black frame over there for the thumbnail. It's all about thumbnails these days. All right, so that's cool. I'm happy. I'm always happy. I'm always happy with Erica. But let's see what Erica thinks. So we're going to have her take a peek at the images. First, I'll move this so I don't crush myself. And move this out of the way. Okay, so we'll take a look and learn how to do this.
Yeah.
All right. This is the moment of truth.
Okay, that's cute. It's very like pop star vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like world tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely like the launching of.
Is that like
world
creepy
tour.
paparazzi though when I got too far into the shot?
A little bit creepy, but
Yeah.
you know that's not your fault, really.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a creeper, you can't get away from it.
Can't get away from it. So this is all the hard light.
Yeah.
That's also really poppy.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, the drama.
Ooh.
Love the drama, especially for Erica's face.
Yep. Erica's got a good drama face.
She's got a lot of drama.
Got a lot of drama.
Okay, now we're soft.
We're soft.
Oh, that is so
Look at that.
This is more like debut album rather than the world tour.
That's it. Yeah.
Very cute. Love it. This is good for
Super
like
cute.
the website, you know?
Yeah.
Love
Actually,
it.
I like the way your hair is there. We
Right
couldn't
here?
have done that on purpose. No, it's kind of on your shoulder.
Right
Yeah.
here?
It's like.
Great.
Oh,
Oh,
we don't want that.
cancel.
We don't want to update our software in the middle.
Wow, you really took a lot.
I did take a lot. It's you know.
So, but this, is this like a mixture of hard and soft? Is where you standing?
This is just where I'm standing. It's
Okay.
basically the wraparound. It's still a relatively soft light, but it's got the shadow.
Got it. Truly looks good.
Yeah. Not bad, right?
Glowy. Very nice.
Very nice, right? Not bad. Not bad for our
bad.
first time. All right, so like many things, right? This was about getting the most out of your tools, right? We have all these different things, and we might immediately think, oh, I use a V flat or a foam core board for a reflector, but you can also use it to shape the light, shape and change the light, and also you can create much different looks even with the same outfit using hard versus soft light. So I will put Erica's information in the description. You guys can follow her. Go ahead and follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer, and I'll see you next time on set.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you'd like to see some more, click around, enjoy. Make sure that you subscribe to Adorama TV, ring the bell so you get all the notifications, and we'll see you next time.